My everyday carry is a T-34 Soviet main battle tank. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average 2025 everyday carry video enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we will be going over my 2025 everyday carry. Now, unlike some of your favorite YouTubers out there, I won't name them by name, but you know, the cringier ones, right? The bigger channels that are kind of cringy, the legacy channels that will do like a 2021 everyday carry, and they literally are like, this is my rifle, and I carry this every day. It's in my truck. No, we're not doing that. This is literally what's going to either be on my person or in my gym bag that goes to work with me every day. I have two of these exact bags. Nighthawk will be, she's right here behind the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
She will be helping facilitate this video. So this is either going to be one of two categories, on body or off body, but it's going to be my gym bag, and we're only going to get into a couple things that actually go in the gym bag that I think are important to note for you guys. Again, I have two of those Adidas bags. One is like a woodland camo for work, and one is like this gray, whatever, boom, awkwardly grabs Adidas bag multiple times. Okay, so that is the structure that you're going to see. Nighthawk is right here. We have finally found use for this chair in the corner of our hotel room while we're traveling, okay? Stop it. All right. So that'll be the structure of the video. On body, off body. If I get off topic or off track, Nighthawk's job is to reel me back in. Yeah, and I think this will just be a fun video. It'll help some of you younger shooters get in the right direction. It'll help some of you older, like fuddier shooters. I'm just kidding. Maybe help self-correct a little bit, or maybe it'll help me grow as I explain why I carry things. Maybe it'll help me be like, why do I carry this, or why don't I carry something else? So it'll be a fun video. Nighthawk will try to keep me on track and remind me like, oh, tell the brand or whatever. It's important to note that I'm not sponsored by anybody. I have dumped all the sponsors that have existed on the channel just to be a dude with you guys on the internet and grow and all this stuff. Nighthawk is yawning, so we're going to get into it. First thing on the everyday carry, two things. Mindset, physical fitness. Everything that we're going to talk about here today does not matter if you do not have the proper mindset and physical fitness. I'll briefly go over what that means. Not trying to be cringe, but when you're outside of your house or whatever, traveling or whatever you got going on, living your day-to-day life, you need to be in kind of an amber status. What that means is you're alert but not afraid. So, you know, you're walking down the street, you're going to dinner, you're going to the gym, whatever, you're alert of your surroundings, but you're not afraid of your surroundings. Just be a normal dude, but be alert, right? Keep your eyes on the door every now and then, not to be paranoid, but just, hey, you know, as long as you or your buddy, right? If you're out drinking or what, I guess that's a bad example. If you're out of the gym, right, you're lifting weights and like either you or your buddy or one of your buddies, just keep an eye on the door, keep an eye on your surroundings, be a normal dude, be alert, not afraid. Part number two, physical fitness. If you're fat, none of this really matters. I know a lot of you guys are on the journey to becoming more physically fit. Keep doing that, right? As you guys know, I'm currently on day 7 of like a sobriety thing, a 30-day sobriety thing. So, you know, wherever you're at in your fitness journey, just understand that no matter what kind of gear you're carrying, it does not matter if you're not physically fit. All right, let's get into it. Nighthawk. Nighthawk will be controlling what things we go over first. So what is up first, Nighthawk? So you guys can yell at her because I know all you guys just want to see the guns. I guarantee it. Okay, first thing on the list, and you'll have to tell me if things are out of focus or in focus, wallet. A lot of dudes will carry just a regular like brown or black leather wallet. That's cool, but what I found, one, I'm a Fallout fan. Fallout 4 is my favorite Fallout game. It's the only one I've ever played. Anyway, I've found that this is a conversation piece. Every time it's time to pay or whatever, and I break out my wallet, and somebody that's a Fallout fan or a video game fan that knows of Fallout, it's always a conversation piece. I need to get a new one, right, because it's getting faded, but it's always a conversation piece, but there's my everyday carry wallet. We're going to pile things right here. All right, next. Boom, a lot of guys are going to be super interested in this. This is a Benchmade Blue Label, okay? Benchmade Blue Label. Now, from my understanding, Blue Label is their mid-tier, like their middle tier of all the labels of knives that Benchmade offers. This is an American-made knife. I like it. It's not an auto, or I guess it's a somewhat of an auto folder, right? It doesn't really like spring open, but it will open a little bit on its own as you open it. The reason why I chose orange for this knife, as you can see, it's kind of disgusting on there. I served as a paratrooper in Alaska, as a lot of you guys know, and it's super important in Alaska that you have, is it focusing good? It's super important in Alaska that you have a knife that is orange or things that are orange that you need to survive. So if you're going to have your knife, like your Benchmade knife, that you need to open things and use, right, to stay alive, it's very important that when you drop it in the snow, you don't cut yourself or lose it forever. So that is why it's orange. Also, I like orange. I think orange is a super self-proclaimed based color, right? I just like it, okay? But yeah, that is the knife I carry. I'll try to give you guys, like I said, labels or something. I'm really bad about, like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Here it is. This is what it looks like. This is the knife I carry. If you guys know what it actually is or the title of it, post down below. But yeah, just a regular Benchmade knife. Yeah. Any if there's any questions or concerns or anything Nighthawk will ask. I do like this knife if when I'm jumping, doing airborne operations, you can lock the back, right? So you can just boom, clip it, and now clip it to the pocket or wherever I need, and now it will not open up and kill me. Okay, that's pretty important detail. Next, Streamlight ProTac 211 10-tap programmable. Okay, what is this? This is a 1,000 lumen, I believe. 1,000 or 500. No, I believe it's 1,000 lumen. This is a 1,000 lumen flashlight. Now you're going to notice, and I just now noticed as I'm looking at this thing has some freaking wear and tear on it. The reason why this thing has some wear and tear is I carry with me every day, obviously, the title of the video, but it is super important. I don't need to explain everything to you guys, why it's important to have a light, but just understand, if you don't have a light, you're going to die in the sheets. I'm just kidding. But even if you have a weapon-mounted light, you want to be able to illuminate an area and not flag somebody. So you want to be able to illuminate an area with your 1,000 lumen light. Why do I like Streamlight over like Surefire? These things are cheap, right? And they're durable. As you can tell by just looking at this thing. Nighthawk, we got some good focus over there. Okay. As you can tell by looking at this thing, it has been beaten around, thrown around in a bag, thrown around in pockets, whatever, thrown on tables, has not broken. Every 6 months or so, I'll change out the batteries. I changed them out just before taking this trip, just because we're traveling, to make sure that the batteries are always good. But yeah, good handheld light is super important to be able to illuminate stuff. I really like Streamlight. And yeah, cool. Moving on. Guys, if you got this far, hit the like button, comment down below what you want to see next. Okay, watches. Regardless of if you're a watch guy or not, you always need to have a timepiece, a way to tell time on you. Now, for the longest time, I carried a Apple Watch, or wore a Apple Watch, right? But I grew up a little bit recently, and I have a couple watches that I wear. I only have one with us here today, and I have a Seiko Alpinist, right? Why did I get a Seiko Alpinist? Well, and I'll show you kind of the back, I guess, here too a little bit. Why did I choose a Seiko Alpinist? Well, I chose this thing because it is a conversation piece, right? It's got a leather band. It's a field watch, so I can actually use it in the field, tells the date, tells the time, it's all the stuff. But as you can notice with this thing, it is a field watch and it's also a conversation piece. So it's a good way to make sure you are representing yourself well. Because as cool as a Garmin watch or Apple Watch is, I do like to have something that is a little bit of a statement piece on my wrist. That way it shows, hey, there's boy watches and there's man watches, right? This is a man watch. I also have the Overlord, right? The Sangen Instruments Overlord that you've seen on the channel. That's a man watch as well. Okay, it's a statement piece. It says, hey, check out my watch. Okay, while we're on the topic of watches, we'll get into jewelry, I guess, while we're on it. So obviously I wear, boom, wedding band, cool. Okay, I like it, whatever. And I wear a ring on my opposite hand. Some guys have asked, Trench, why do you wear 2 rings? 2 wedding rings? What does that mean? It's a confidence thing, right? Dudes, me, whoever, guys that wear 2 rings, it shows confidence, right? And also it's cool to wear gold. I like gold. It's just something that I like to wear. But yeah, definitely it displays confidence, right? In the Army, you can't have hand tattoos or neck tattoos. So, well, you can have hand tattoos, but it's like an inch. It's a whole deal. But so yeah, I choose to just wear 2 gold rings, and yeah, that's how I'm mandated by Nighthawk to wear this one, but I choose to wear this one, right? Moving on from there, I always like to wear some sort of gold. All the stuff you see me wear is actual gold, right? It's not faux. I know some dudes buy, like some younger dudes or weird cringe dudes will buy, how many times does he say dudes? So many times.
We're gonna do a dude count.
Dude count. A lot of guys like to wear fake, like sterling silver or stuff like that, right? I don't like that. But yeah, I like to rock just some sort of minimalist gold band on my wrist at all times. On my non-watch hand, I have a couple that I rotate through, as well as a gold chain. I have a couple of different styles, one with diamond inlay and one with just regular, like old school chain. It's just what I like, right? So that's important on jewelry because jewelry is a statement piece in who you are, and it's important to take care of yourselves.
Form of expression.
Yeah, it's a form of expression. It's important to take care of yourselves. Young men, right? I know there's probably a lot of you guys watching this that probably are like rocking a Garmin and you're rocking like a KIA bracelet for your buddy. I have those too. I just choose not to wear them nowadays because it starts my day off the wrong way. I still like to remember my buddies, but I don't wear the KIA bracelets anymore just due to that, right? So I do have a bunch of those, like my buddy Freeman, my buddy Page, but I just choose not to wear that anymore. Nothing wrong with it, but for me, it's just not in my everyday carry wardrobe anymore. So yeah, that is jewelry for all the young men out there that are asking. Okay, next. Yeah, before we get into that, let's get into this. We are moving on to the part that you guys actually care about. I know everyone's going to be like, just tell us what you carry and why. Boom. This is more important, honestly, than the actual carry. If you're going to be carrying on the belt, we'll be talking about a couple different ways that I do carry here in a little bit. But when I am carrying on the belt, I prefer a Galco gun leather belt. I love these things. They look good. They can double as a dress belt, right? I just got done wearing this for a dress occasion. They double as a dress belt, but they also keep your gun in place. If you've ever worn a cheap belt and your gun was moving around or not stable or didn't stand up, see how this belt stands up under its own weight, right? That's what you want, right? The more rigid, the better, but you still want it to be comfortable. So that's why I like Galco gun leather belts as my everyday carry belt. All right, what do we got, Nighthawk? Okay, we're talking overt carry, okay? Overt carry. I'll unload mine because Nighthawk has hers on her. All right, so you might notice that my Glock 19 Gen 5, this gun has been fired, I believe, over, 6,000 or 7,000 times on camera on the channel alone, okay? I'll show you the gun. Boom, you might notice right away there's something wrong with this gun, right? I'll clear it out, boom. Okay, there's something weird about the gun, the trigger guard. We're gonna get into that first, I guess. Where's the ammunition? I lost a round and some, no, I'm just kidding, it's right here. So first and foremost, why Glock? I like Glock because it is, in my experience, the most reliable handgun that you can buy out of the box, and there's magazines all over the world. Can you hit the AC up 2 buttons, please, when you get over there too? So that way you guys aren't getting background noise. But the reason why I like Glock, okay, not to make this a Glock advertisement, is there are Glock 19s anywhere you go in any state, any town in the world. There's a Glock 19 Gen 3 or Glock 19 Gen 5 anywhere you go in the world. So that is why I like Glock. They are the single most reliable handgun that I have ever tested on the channel or in my military career. So yeah, moving on from there. Why? What else? Why 9mm? Why the 19? Well, the 19 is the smallest gun that you can still fight with. Now, that's kind of important because you still want to be able to fight with the gun that you're going to be carrying. I'm going to show you a different gun here in a second. This is going to be yep, it's right here. This is going to be two of the methods that I carry is with this gun, right? So I either carry in a fanny pack or I carry on the 4 o'clock position inside the waistband when I carry with this gun. Anyway, the reason why I choose a Glock 19, a compact size gun is because it's the smallest gun that you can still fight with, but still conceal, right? Nothing new there. 9mm, the reason why I like 9mm is because I carry these Federal doggone HydroShocks or HSTs, right? I talked about them on the channel before, but I like HydroShocks and HSTs, and they will bring your 9mm up to whatever standard you're trying to look for as far as energy delivered on target, to a very reasonable standard. Sights. The sights that I like on this gun are Trijicon night sights, okay? The reason why I like Trijicon night sights is they are durable. As you can see a shelf back here, I'll kind of try to show you guys that. On the rear of the gun, there's a shelf. I can, if I get shot in one of the arms or hands or whatever, I can rack this gun off of that shelf onto things and to get it back in the fight. I keep the barrel completely stock. I keep everything on the gun other than the sights completely stock. Now, another thing you're going to note when you look at this gun is the Talon grip tape. I like the granulated. I like the ASMR. I like the granulated Talon grip tape on here. You do need to use a hair. What is it called? A blow dryer, hair dryer, whatever. When you heat gun, when you put these things on and actually follow the instructions. But if you do it, if you put it on properly, dude, you're gonna love having the. I do recommend Talon grip tape. Do not change out your trigger. I don't do anything other than change the sights. I widowy change the sights and put the Talon grip tape on, and I shoot the shit out of these guns, and that is it. Anything else? I covered 9mm. Why? I don't like the 17 as a carry gun. It's too long, both in barrel length. This is a lot of barrel length. Yeah, both in barrel length. Almost too much. Yeah, both in barrel length and in the length of the gun. I can conceal this very well, and yeah, I just like it. Glock 19, right? Should I buy a Glock 47? All right, we'll get into that later. But yeah, that is the primary way that I carry. Again, I do fanny pack carry. Whenever I do fanny pack carry, where'd the trigger guard go? Whenever I carry in the fanny pack, okay, I carry with an Adidas fanny pack. Boom, I have two of these. One's all black, and one is gray. Obviously, you're looking at it. But it is important to note when you're carrying in a fanny pack, you have to use a trigger guard that actually locks into the gun. I'll put this right here. Okay, make sure we don't lose carry ammo in the hotel. Okay, this gun is clear. Oh my gosh. Okay, this gun is clear. It's important, you guys might have heard that. It's important that when you get a trigger guard, it needs to be made for the actual gun with a lanyard system. That way, it actually locks in. Now, I have a 2-tiered lanyard system, as you guys might be able to see here. 2 knots. That means no matter how I grab this, it will separate, right? I like to put this gun when I'm driving. If I'm not in a hurry, I will put this gun in the center of my vehicle with this middle, I guess, knot under the e-brake, right? So I can still actuate or activate the e-brake, but if I need to grab my gun and use it, this first knot that I've tied in here, this square knot, will pull the trigger guard off of the gun, and thus enabling me to actually use my Glock 19 in an emergency scenario. Same situation applies if I'm going to have it in the fanny pack, right, with a round of the chamber. Need to have the trigger guard on there, but I would just simply pull the gun out and grab somewhere, right, on the lanyard, and that will separate the lanyard from the gun. Anything else on the gun? Okay. That's so much talk about the gun. Boom. Okay, next. Other gun. Okay, another gun that I carry. I'm not going to unload this or do anything crazy with it, but if I am going to be traveling, I don't know, wearing a flannel, right? I wear flannels oftentimes. If I'm going to be wearing a flannel, I will rock a Glock 43X or any sort of jacket or suit jacket or whatever I'm wearing, right? I will rock a Glock 43X inside of a Galco light shoulder holster. The reason why I like this is it has a 10+1 magazine, right? Stock. So I use the stock magazine in the gun. Same carry ammunition, right? The Hydroshocks or the HSTs. I use the same carry ammunition in my Glock 43X, but it just gives me a different carry option if I'm going to be doing kind of a low vis carry. Then yeah, it gives me just that extra I guess option to be able to carry something a little bit lighter, a little bit more comfortably. The backup magazine, I have tested these magazines a ton on the channel. These are I do not recommend these. I'm just going to preface that right now. I do not recommend these. These are the Shield Arms magazines. You do have to test yours. You do have to do a lot to get these things working. But these are 15 round For YouTube, this is only a 1 round, but these are 15 round magazines. I download them by 1 to 14. That gives me 14 plus 1 in the chamber as a backup magazine for my Glock 43X on the shoulder holster. Again, I carry a Glock OEM magazine in the gun. I guess I'll just very briefly show you the gun. Okay, boom, there's my Glock 43X. You'll notice it has Trijicon orange, night sight up front, and it is painted. Everything else is stock. I don't put talent grip tapes on this because of just the manner that I carry the gun. I don't want to have to worry about any sort of chafing or anything like that going on with the gun. But yeah, that is my, I guess, alternate would be a good way to put it. My alternate carry is my Glock 43X in a Galco classic light shoulder holster. Okay, what's next? Talk to me. Oh, on-body carry. On-body carry for the Glock 43X for holsters. I like the NSR Tactical. That's November Sierra Romeo Tactical, okay? NSR. Normally, there's a wait time on their website. I don't even know if they're still in business. I haven't looked into them in years. But if they are still in business, go over there and buy one, right? I like them because they have these little loopy hook things, but guess what? They won't come off. See how they won't come off? They're one directional, military designed, right? So they're one-way snaps. So they won't come off no matter how hard you pull down here, but the second you apply pressure down here or up here, they will come off when you need it to, right? I like it. It locks the gun. Where is it? It's in a different holster, or it's doing a different thing right now. But my Glock 19, okay, my Glock 19 will, this gun is clear, but it's okay. My Glock 19, when you index it, will actually lock into place. I like that because if I'm going to be doing anything physical or whatever with my gun, yep, I want it to be secure, and I don't want my Glock 19 to get out of where it's supposed to be. Right? Good on the holster. Okay, moving on. Okay, bags. Whenever I'm doing a road trip, there's a bunch of them over here. If you want to give me the rest, I guess. Whenever I'm doing a longer road trip or a longer trip, and I'm going to, yeah. Whenever I'm doing a longer trip, I know, everyday carry, this is like getting into the bag carry, right? If I'm doing a longer trip, normally I would only carry two additional magazines in the bag, right? Some of these 19 rounders. But if I'm going to do a longer trip, I will throw in a handful of magazines. Thanks, Nighthawk, for outing me. But typically speaking, I will only have, I will only have 2 magazines, right? A backup that has dedicated hollow points, and sometimes I don't care if the backup to the backup has 124 grain FMJ. At that point, you guys get what I'm getting at. It's just a lot, okay? Just like me in this video right now. Oh my gosh. How long have we been going?
22 minutes.
22 minutes, Shrek shirt. Okay, all right, moving on.
All right.
This is, yep, final items, right? If you've gotten this far in the video, and this video actually helps you guys out, make sure you just comment below, right? Comment below what you're carrying for your everyday carry. Like the video, share it with a buddy that you think might benefit. Sunglasses, I like Oakley. Boom, okay? Oakley sunglasses, I like it. It's what I wear. Next. I wear those in every range video. Every single range video you guys see, I'm wearing iPro. Guess what? They're Oakleys. They're not APIL approved, but they're Oakleys that'll stop stuff from killing me. Bose, okay? I like Bose headphones, noise canceling. They're always in my gym bag at all times. I wear them a lot for the gym. I wear them for editing sometimes, mowing the lawn. Always have a good set of noise canceling. I like Bose, right? Noise canceling earphones, headphones, whatever you want to call them. Boom, cool guy hat. Right, listen. Forward observations, I like it. It's just it's if you know type of deal. If you're in the know, you're in the know, and if you don't know, who cares? But I like my forward observations hat because when I'm out and about and somebody sees the hat, they automatically give you that look, give you the thumbs up, give you the bro sign, whatever, fist bump, cool. But I like it. Forward observations, group hat. If you know, you know. And last but not least, water. I always have my what is it called? My Whamley, what is it called? Yeah, my Stanley knockoff water, right? And I always have a Celsius, pretty much, wherever I'm going, right? And some of you guys right now are going to be like, Trench, there's no way you carry all this every day. Minus the magazines, like the million extra magazines that I showed. Yeah, I literally do carry all this stuff every day in my duffel bag. Now, some of you guys are going to know right now, where's the medical? I can't show it if I don't have it. What does that mean? I forgot it. Straight up. So does that mean it's part of my everyday carry? Not for 2025, it doesn't. So normally, yes, I would have 2 tourniquets, but they're not here. So what does that mean? They're not in the everyday carry because I forgot them. But yes, normally I would have a couple extra wrist straps. Okay, are also not here. Pre-workout, creatine, and wrist straps, and my 2 tourniquets are the things that are in my other duffel bag. And therein lies the point why you don't want to have multiple duffel bags, because then when you're switching for a trip like this, guess what happens?
You miss something.
You forget something, right? But yes, normally, obviously, we got the slaps, we got the
The
stickers.
slaps.
Yeah, we got all the stickers. But yeah, that brings up the point of why you should not have multiple duffel bags, because then you're going to forget your wrist straps, your pre-workout, your creatine, your tourniquets. Okay, kind of a big deal there. I've forgotten audio equipment and tripods in the wrong bag as well, because I have multiple bags, flannels, I don't know, just basic stuff that's not like emergency, but things that you might want to have. Okay, that's a lot. Anything? Yeah. So I guess in summary, guys, this is my 2025 edition for Everyday Carry. If you have questions, well, either comment down below or join the Patreon. It's $5 a month. It gets you access to a closed Discord server where you can find buddies to train with and a game with. Guys that tag me on Patreon, or that tag me either on Patreon or Discord, they get direct access to hit me up and ask me questions. If they are not on the Patreon or the Discord, then if I don't see your comment, then it just goes into the ether, right? So post a comment if you got it, but I might not see it. If you want to make sure that I see it, join the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. If you don't want to do all that, that's okay. Just hit the like button. That's all I ask. Share it with a buddy. Closing thoughts.
It's a lot of shit.
The equipment that I use for filming, because someone might ask. I use a tripod from Amazon. I have 2. So here's one that you're on right now. And I use the Rode Wireless 2. Rode Wireless 2 audio mic, right? That's what I use every day to talk to you guys like this. Okay. Guys, we're going to go to sleep now. It's been a long day. Thanks for being here. Anything? Don't carry a T-34 main battle tank in your pocket, but these are the things that I carry every day. Thanks for being here, guys, and until next time, it's going to be Trench Grenade and Nighthawk, your average Whamley enjoyers that your mom said that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.